Digestive disorders affect millions of people of all ages: men, women, and children. In 2020 alone, data reveal astounding worldwide figures. 4 out of 10 people have functional GI disorders, or an estimated 40% of the global population. Last year, there were more than 1.9 million new cases of colon cancer, the third most diagnosed cancer in men and the second in women. Over 1 million new cases of gastric cancer, the third most deadly type of cancer, and at least 900,000 new cases of adult liver cancer, the fourth leading cause of cancer mortality in the world. The good news is, we can work together to help lower the risk for patients. Digest the latest updates on GI care in a 4-part series of discussions with the experts. Tummy Talks. Digestive disorders affect millions of people of all ages men, women, and children. In 2020 alone, data reveal astounding worldwide figures. 4 out of 10 people have functional GI disorders, or an estimated 40% of the global population. Last year, there were more than 1.9 million new cases of colon cancer, the third most diagnosed cancer in men and the second in women. Over 1 million new cases of gastric cancer, the third most deadly type of cancer, and at least 900,000 new cases of adult liver cancer, the fourth leading cause of cancer mortality in the world. The good news is, we can work together to help lower the risk for patients. Digest the latest updates on GI care in a 4-part series of discussions with the experts. Tummy Talks. Here are your hosts, Dr. Judith Gapasi and Dr. Derek D.
Hello and welcome to Tummy Talks. I'm very happy to be here today. I'd like to thank the Philippine Society of Gastroenterology for this wonderful opportunity to be in your company and to talk about GI health and wellness. At this juncture, I'd like to welcome my dashing and handsome co-host, Dr. Frederick Lee.
Well, hello, Jet.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you very much. How are you?
Very good as well. And maybe it's about time that I should also thank Philippine Society of Gastroenterology for inviting me over to actually co-host this Tummy Talks with you. I think it is actually a pleasure to me to be invited, and of course, you're looking so ever so lovely,
Oh,
my
thank you, Derek.
classmate and my friend.
Thank you.
All right, so let us begin by welcoming everyone to to discuss about the importance of gastrointestinal health. But before we begin,
Yes.
I think it's not that I'm complaining, Jet,
Uh-huh.
but I don't see any face mask or face shield to
Ah,
protect ourselves here.
Yes, I'd like to inform all of our audience that we have been tested this today, including the staff. And even if I would like to stay close to you, Derek, because you smell so nice, I think we should maintain our social distancing at this time.
Well, great, Jet. Then it gives me more confidence to be here in the same room with you without any face shield on.
That's great. Yeah.
All right.
Mahalaga ang malusog na tiyan para laging masigla ang ating pangangatawan. So we will look into the GI tract or the gut as a core disease-fighting system and a vital source of immune function.
Well, with us today is a panel of experts who will be sharing with us various ways of taking care of our digestive system, as well as the connection between the brain and the gut. Well, partner, this is something new to me. The brain and the gut?
Derek, this is going to be very interesting talk.
I was never the type to slow down. I always wanted to do more. Now, they tell me I'm too old for that. Old? I can't feel it. Break free from weakness with the help of Ensure Gold. With HMB, protein, and 28 vitamins and minerals. Now in a ready-to-drink bottle. Stay strong.
Ang overeating ay pwede maging cause ng heartburn at indigestion. Mag-Gaviscon Double Action. It neutralizes stomach acid at bumubuo ng protective layer para mapigilan ng acid reflux. Para sa dual relief from heartburn and indigestion, Mag-Gaviscon Double Action. Ang overeating ay pwede maging cause ng heartburn at indigestion. Mag-Gaviscon Double Action. It neutralizes stomach acid at bumubuo ng protective layer para mapigilan ng acid reflux. Para sa dual relief from heartburn and indigestion, Mag-Gaviscon Double Action.
Well, Jet, it's about time. Simulan na natin ang ating talakayan.
Let's go!
Our first discussion is about eating right, means eating for your gut. We will be talking about nutrition and GI health. So everyone, please welcome Dr. Gail Torralba.
Welcome, Gail. Hi, Dr. Edette. Hi, Dr. Derek.
Hello, Gail. Please have a
Nice
seat.
to have
Thank
you
you
here.
for having me. It is my pleasure to be here.
Actually, it's our pleasure.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for joining us today.
They say that a healthy gastrointestinal or digestive system leads to overall health. Malusog na tiyan, masiglang katawan. How exactly does a healthy gut support our general health and well-being?
So when we say malusog na tiyan, masiglang katawan, we know that we have to have the proper nutrients sa ating katawan. So ang kinakain natin ay napaka-importante. So pag kumakain tayo, pumapasok ito sa bibig at dumadaan tayo sa ating tiyan. So ito po ay naa-absorb po ang nutrients sa tiyan. Tapos habang nandun, madidistribute to sa ibang parte ng ating katawan. Ito ay makakatulong sa cell growth and repair, sa energy at energy metabolism, at sa ibang functions ng ating katawan. Pero kailangan natin matandaan na importante rin ang proper digestion. So kasama sa proper digestion, yung pag-absorb ng ating mga macronutrients katulad ng mga carbohydrates, proteins at saka fat, pati yung ating micronutrients katulad ng vitamins and minerals.
Maraming salamat sa iyong kasagutan, Gail. But I think we have two problems here, or issues. Nabanggit mo kanina about proper nutrients and proper digestion. Well, simulan na natin sa proper digestion. Can you explain to us what is the normal digestive process?
Yes. Ang alam nating lahat, ang digestion ay nagsisimula sa tiyan. Ngunit, nagsisimula talaga to mula sa bibig. So, ang ating laway ay may mga enzymes na kung saan pag kumain tayo, nadadigest muna ng enzymes na yon ang starch from the food. And then, from there po, pupunta na po yun sa tiyan. Tapos, pag nasa tiyan na, ay pupunta na po sa merong proper environment na acidic dun sa tiyan, no? So, pag doon po magbe-breakdown po yung ating mga food into smaller nutrients, and then pag pumasok na po sa ating small intestines, doon naman po ay maghahalo-halo doon sa bile. And then eventually, madidistribute na yun sa ibang parts ng katawan. Pagkatapos nun, yung mga hindi na-absorb ay pupunta na po doon sa ating colon at sabay na lalabas na po doon sa ating bowels. So maidudumi na po.
Thank you, Gail. Now that we understand the basics of proper digestion, let's tackle the very important issue of proper nutrients. Ang lagi nating naririnig is, eat a lot of fiber.
Partner, pwede ba akong magdagdag?
Sure.
How about coffee, apart from fiber?
Yes,
Baka matulungan mo kami, doktora.
Yes. So, coffee, pwede naman po yung makonsume, no? So, we're talking about brewed coffee or yung pure na coffee, no? Not the 3-in-1 coffee. So, there's a specific amount that we can consume within the day. At least 2 cups will be good, but maybe more than that depending on the other conditions of a person. So, depende talaga kung ano po yung amount na pwedeng makonsume. No?
So would you like to also discuss about fiber, Doctora?
So for fiber, we have dietary fiber. Important po ito, no? So we have the soluble fibers and our insoluble fibers. So when we start with the soluble fibers, ito po yung pag nalagyan ng tubig ay magiging parang gelatin or pectin po, no?
Okay,
Pag
alright.
naman sinabing insoluble fiber, ito po yung parang nagsuserve as yung digestive broom po, no? Parang walis.
Walis.
Oo, mas napapadali ang pagdumi at dito may iwasan natin ng constipation. Pero kailangan natin matandaan na pag kumakain ka ng fiber, kailangan may tama ding amount ng tubig na iniinom. No?
Okay.
So, we can have at least 20 to 30 grams of fiber per day. So, that's around 5 to 7 servings of fruits and vegetables. So, yun po yung kailangan makonsume sana na fiber. So, tayo, hindi on a regular day, hindi po tayo nakaka-consume ng maraming fiber. Especially if we are not eating a variety of food or we're not including the fiber of the vegetables in our diet.
So, ulitin ko lang po, no? So, Dr. Gail here mentioned that we should have around 20 to 30 grams of fiber per day or about 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. And Huwag po natin kalimutan yung sinabi ni Dr. Gail na importante din po na meron tayong maraming iniinom na tubig. So we're talking about, Dr. Gail, around 8 glasses of water per day?
Yes, at least 8 glasses of
May
water.
kunti lang po kung gustong ipaliwanag nyo. You mentioned about soluble and insoluble fiber. Ano po ba mas importante doon? O
Well,
kailangan po parehas meron?
We should have an equal amount of both. So,
okay.
usually the soluble, yun yung pulp,
Mhm.
and then the covering, yun yung insoluble. But we can also get that from whole grain products po.
Alright. So, kunyari, if we're talking about apple, the insoluble fiber there is the skin of the apple.
Yes,
correct?
that's correct.
Thank you very much, Gail. Well, as mentioned by Gail, fiber is an important nutrient for a healthy digestive system. Although I'm sure marami pang ibang mga nutrients na kailangan ng ating katawan. Aside from fiber, what other nutrients can help the gut, keep the gut healthy?
Yes.
Meron po bang nakapatulong sa immune system natin? Katulad ngayon na may COVID, nakakatakot.
Yes.
Opo.
Very important that aside from the fiber, we have to have vitamins and minerals, no? So we have our water-soluble vitamins and we have our fat-soluble vitamins. So pag sinabing water-soluble, these are yung mga vitamin B, vitamin C, and then yung fat-soluble, yung vitamin A, D, E, and K. So ito, makukuha natin ito sa mga food items na readily available. So, kaya laging sinasabi sa atin, we have to eat a variety of food. Kasi, pag kumain tayo ng variety, we'll be able to get all the different vitamins and minerals from the food.
Partner, may binanggit siya, variety.
Importante yung variety. So, importante ba, Dr. Gail, ang variety sa gut microbiome, yung tinatawag natin na parang intestinal environment?
Yes.
Is that important?
Yes, definitely, no? So, meron tayong tinatawag na gut microbiota or gut microbiome na kung saan meron pong equal na good and bad bacteria. So, yon kailangan mas nananaig po yung good bacteria. And the way to have more good bacteria is we have to consume nga yung proper food din po, no? So, yon, we have the probiotics and we have the prebiotics. So, yung probiotics, merong live microorganisms. Yung prebiotics, yun yung nagsaserve na parang food for the probiotics. Yes. Opo.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Gail. Ang sabi nyo, there are both good and bad microbes in the normal microbiome of any individual. Ano ang mangyayari kapag mas maraming bad microbes kumpara sa good microbes?
Kapag meron pong imbalance na tinatawag, doon nagkakaproblema doon nagsa-start yung mga ibang sakit, some may relationship sa weight gain, and then nagkakaroon ng mga ibang sintomas po na katulad po ng let's say mga bloating, tapos merong pagsakit ng tiyan, or merong diarrhea or constipation. So, iba't iba yung mga nararamdaman na sintomas, and meron ding relationship po sa mga inflammatory disease, bowel disease, or meron din sa autoimmune disease. So, may mga relasyon po doon. So, kaya kailangan po talaga is maalagaan natin yung good bacteria sa ating katawan.
Yeah, I suppose this also has something to do with the cancer too, right?
Yes.
So, to prevent certain diseases, we need to maintain a well-balanced gut microbiome. Dapat po, pareho po ang good and the bad bacteria, or in fact, mas maganda kung mas marami tayong good bacteria. So, on a practical note, Dr. Gail, paano natin ito maa-achieve?
So, maa-achieve natin ito kapag kumakain tayo ng tama, no? So, I cannot overemphasize dun sa proper nutrition, no? And in order to be able to get the proper food, we have to know what to eat. So, pag sinabing ganun, meron po talaga tayong dapat carbohydrates, may protein, may fat, tapos dapat meron din po tayo ng mga, yun nga po, may added fiber, tapos alam natin kung saan mas makakakuha tayo ng mga vitamins at saka minerals. So, yun po.
So, I suppose, hindi pwede dyan ang mga katulad ng Dr. D?
Sausages?
That's correct.
Canned goods?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Maganda po ba yun,
Aha,
Doktora?
so yes, since we are in a fast-paced world ngayon, no, we are more exposed to processed food. So we have canned goods, canned meats. So we have to limit po no yung intake ng mga red meat, no?
Okay.
So such as pork and
Okay.
beef, and we have to dapat kumain tayo ng more of, let's say, chicken and fish. So we won't have yung yun nga yung puro mga red meat lang, no? So we avoid yung mga processed and junk food po.
Ang hirap nito, Derek,
Oo nga,
kasi
partner.
with the, fast times, no?
Yes, yes,
Everyone
yes.
is just grabbing the
Yes.
fast food, no? Kasi lahat nagmamadali, no? Very stressed ang ating pamumuhay at the moment. So,
In fact, one of my comfort food is salami.
ayan.
Now that Gail is saying that, we should avoid this processed food,
Yes.
maybe I have to start changing my diet.
At saka, di ba, Gail, yung mga moms, kasi para mas madaling magluto para sa mga anak nila ng baon, laging hotdog,
Yes, yes.
no? Yung mga ganong pagkain. So, it's really
Yes.
not very good, no? For our gut microbiome and for our overall health.
And the consumption po ng
Opo.
mga processed food, no, also related to certain cancers. So specifically yung pag din kulang yung fiber sa diet, hindi may problem po, pwede tayong magka-problem sa certain cancers such as, let's say, colon cancer. So, yun po, no? So, yung colon cancer, isa po yan sa top 3 na sa Pilipinas,
Oh,
no?
that's right.
So, it's good na merong mga motions to increase screening, no, for colon cancer. So,
Well, para sa inyo, pag-uusapan po natin yung tungkol sa colon cancer sa ibang episode
That's right.
ng Tummy Talks.
You know, while Gail is here, no, I'd like to take advantage. No, kasi Gail, nabanggit mo kanina na importante sa yung pagkakaroon ng balansyadong good and bad bacteria. Very important to take care of the gut microbiome. Nabanggit mo rin kanina na minsan nakaka-apekto din yan sa ating weight. No? Nagkakaroon tayo ng weight gain or obesity. So, habang nandito ang ating beautiful and very, very
Accommodating.
intelligent and accommodating nutritionist, what can you say about intermittent fasting? Is that something that we can recommend our patients who are obese or overweight?
yes. The first premise is if we have to know our patients, meaning we have to know their other comorbidities, because intermittent fasting is not for everybody, no?
Okay.
So yes, so if we have patients or we know someone with unstable comorbidities and they want to go in a diet or lose weight, there's a different way of doing it, no? So we really need more comprehensive assessment first before we recommend intermittent fasting.
I hear you, Dr. Gail. So, ibig sabihin lang po dito is that is something that can be done, but it is selective, no? Meron po mga certain group of patients that who can actually go on an intermittent fasting. Might be helpful for their overall health, no? Ang dami pa natin
Meron
pag-uusapan,
ba? Pero
Derek.
pwede pang isa na lang po.
Sige
Isa na
sige
lang.
pasensya
Isa na
na
lang,
po. Isa pang
partner.
question, isa pa.
Before we take much more of your time, Gail,
Yes.
let me ask you, kasi nabanggit mo kanina about yung nagmamadali, di ba?
Yeah.
And the first thing that came to my mind, something that is healthy, baka yung canned tuna.
Okay.
Yung gagawin kong sandwich kasi bawal na nga yung salami, gagawin ko na lang canned tuna, parang tuna salad sandwich. Ano masasabi niyo po doon?
Yes, in this fast-paced world, we have to make healthier choices. No?
Yes.
So if we're going to choose between certain cured meats or canned goods, it's better po to look at the nutrition facts or the
Okay.
content. No?
So, babasahin
yes,
namin
you have
yung
to
nasa
read,
label.
No, yes, the labels.
Alright.
So you have to check kung gaano karaming sodium and yun. So comparing your salami with the tuna, of course, you may consume the tuna po, no? If you're going to make it into it's included in a sandwich, or let's say you're going to eat it alone. So yes, you may use it, pero may specific amounts po, no? So if you really want to know the specific amounts equivalent to, let's say, 1 serving, you can consult a registered nutritionist dietitian who can give you a more detailed po na meal plan or nutrition plan, so you know what to eat.
Sorry, isa na lang. Pwede isa pa? Kasi Gail, you mentioned that fruits, no, they're very healthy. But then, I'm sure that these fruits also have different sugar contents. So, I think hindi rin naman parang advisable na kain lang tayo ng kain ng all of these fruits. Dapat siguro may certain limit din yan, ano? Would you say, for example, a mango, can we consume one whole mango or dapat isang pisngi lang?
Yes. So there are equivalent servings, no? Let's say the mango, if you're going to eat the mango, yes, one slice, or if you're going to have a half cup of it. So yun,
okay.
may mga equivalents po kasi, no? So
Hindi
the
pala
banana,
porket fruits lang,
yes,
no?
Yes, for
Okay.
the banana, one piece. So
Alright.
may certain size. So yun, if you really need to know yung specific na dami, you may consult our registered nutritionist dietitians.
So, my stunning classmate and friend,
Yes.
marami tayong natutunan ngayong araw na ito.
Yes, and I feel
What
na
can you
bitin
say?
na bitin pa tayo, pero Dr. Ragil, pasensya na, but do you have any other final message regarding nutrition and GI health to our wonderful audience here?
Yes, so whatever season it is, no, whether it's COVID or non-COVID anymore, we have to remember that that nutrition will always have the same value. So, laging constant yung value niyan because food is a basic human need. So, we have to know what to eat, proper nutrition, so we can have proper digestion then. And then, we have to remember that if we really want to maintain a healthy diet, we have to consume the right foods. So we also have to include fiber. So tamang-tama po talaga ang turo sa atin ng ating mga lola at lolo at mga parents
Yes.
natin
Opo.
to eat your vegetables, eat your fruits, and also drink your water. So thank you very
Wonderful.
much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Francis Gail Turalba, for your invaluable insights on the importance of nutrition or GI health and wellness.
SB Moore Group of Companies is unflinching in its commitment to provide high-quality, value-driven, and cost-effective pharmaceutical products to help the Filipino live longer, healthier, and more productively. Our purpose will always remain unchanged: to make a life-enhancing impact on the Filipino.
Hello again, everyone. When we speak of GI health and wellness, we immediately associate it with proper nutrition. Although this is true, a good diet is only one piece of the puzzle. Exercise is just as important as nutrition when it comes to gut health.
Our next guest will tell us more about exercise and its benefits in maintaining a healthy digestive system. Joining us via Zoom is none other than Dr. Benedict Carpio.
Welcome, Dr. Carpio.
Hello, Dr. Kabasin and Dr. D.
Hello.
Hello. Nice for you to join us. Just a few minutes ago, we were discussing the role of the gut microbiome plays in proper digestion and overall health. Eating well is probably the key to maintaining gut health. Well, my important question is, ang exercise din ba ay may epekto sa gut microbiome?
Oh, definitely. Research findings suggest that regular fitness regimen or exercise can improve the healthy microbes in the gut as early as 6 weeks. Hindi ba kanina ang sabi ay kumain ng variety of food to increase gut flora diversity? Ganun din ang effect ng exercise. It also helps increase gut flora diversity. Because when we have physical activity or exercise, The movement helps bacteria move throughout the GI system or the GI tract and increase in number when healthy. Another thing is when our intestinal walls are strong or malakas yan, only the tiny molecules of nutrients get into the blood and the circulation and also in the lymph system. Kapag mahina or damaged ang intestinal walls, it becomes easier for bigger food particles or molecules and unwanted bacteria or yung bad microbes na tinatawag to enter the bloodstreams or our circulation. In other words, the healthier our digestive tract, the healthier our immune system as well.
Mhm.
So, Dr. Carpio, aside from increasing gut flora diversity, what are the other effects of exercise on the digestive system?
Well, another major benefit of daily physical activity or exercise is that it helps keep us regular because it improves bowel movement. So we're going to attain a regular bowel movement. Exercise aids in the peristalsis, no? Or ito yung pag-contract ng intestinal lining or movement of the intestinal lining natin, leading to regular bowel movement, which in turns will detoxify us, detoxify our bodies. Otherwise, there will be fermentation and bacterial buildup or accumulation inside the colon, which is toxic.
Dr. Carpio, are there certain types of exercise that are particularly good for improving bowel movement?
Well, partner, you've asked very good questions.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, actually, almost any exercise can help improve bowel movement. A common example is yoga, because all the twistings and the crunching of the stomach muscles, which also we call as the core muscles, tend to massage and move the digestive tract. Another example is the cardiovascular workouts, no? Like running, jogging, swimming. No, it gets your blood pumping and helps prevent constipation.
Dr. Carpio, I personally prefer high-intensity workout. But does it matter how light or intense the exercise regimen is?
Well, hindi naman kailangan intense an exercise, not unless you're an athlete or you're into competition. In fact, in a regular person, light movements or what is known as restorative exercises can be very beneficial already. If we incorporate this in our daily activities, halimbawa stretching, doing household chores, like yung mga housewives chores, cleaning, dancing, and jogging will help. Brisk walking is another one. It's very popular now. We hear about it, we read about it, that we have to aim for 10,000 steps at a leisurely brisk pace a day. And this will help us get toxins moving out of your body, while also increasing our insulin sensitivity, which allow your body to function properly while eating. What's important is that person commits to at least 30 minutes of physical activity for every day, in combination, of course, with a nutritious diet.
So, Dr. Carpio, ang problema, pagkatas mag-exercise, parang gutom na gutom ako. So, if you feel hungry ba after all the exercising, okay lang bang kumain? And what type of food should we eat?
Yes, you have to opt or choose for healthier food if you want, or it's a choice, no? Like less fat. It is always best. But alam nyo ba na I want to share something, no? This may not be a common knowledge, but it's worth sharing. Depending on how intense your exercise regimen is, it has been shown that after completing a workout or an exercise, your hunger actually decreases. Nababawasan ang gana mong kumain. The body's stress response induced by exercise downregulates the feeling of hunger to focus on getting blood to the heart and the muscles. So instead of the stomach just using the blood circulation, the heart and the muscles demands for it because it's needed after an exercise. Therefore, exercise helps manage our cravings.
Oh.
Dr. Carpio, still on the topic of intensity of exercise, I'm just wondering different scenarios like if hindi kayang maglakad or even doing light exercise, let's say somebody is recuperating from sickness or medyo may edad na pero gustong magkaroon ng some form of exercise.
Well, that's a very nice question. Like I said, nearly all forms of exercise can be beneficial, and there are light movements that we can do. We can do light movements. It's also a form of exercise if you're somewhat restricted physically. So even breathing exercises, deep breathing exercises, can positively affect your digestion. Proper breathing addresses problems like heartburns and bloating. Well, you just have to sit up straight and breathe deeply, concentrate, probably meditate, and slowly using your stomach muscles. This will help you relax and manage your stress levels as well. Kasi ang stress, lalo na pag chronic stress, can have a negative impact in your digestive health. It increases your hydrochloric acid or the acidity of your stomach. Kaya pag stress tayo, we have to learn how to relax. We have to consciously learn how to relax.
This is easier said than done, Derek, no? Kaya lang talagang pag-stress tayo, dapat matuto talaga tayong mag-relax. How about sleeping, Doc? Does this also have an effect on GI health and wellness?
Yes, I think it's an old knowledge. No? Everybody knows or hear about it or read about it, but some ignore it or they don't have the luxury to sleep. Okay, so getting proper sleep can literally improve digestion. Well, just imagine a full 7 to 9 hours of sleep will enable the GI tract 7 to 9 hours of no new food to break down. So it's at rest. So it can focus on letting all those nutrients flow through the colon and at the same time also pushing the bacteria and toxins, hopefully getting out the next morning through the bowel movement.
So on behalf of Tummy Talks, Dr. Carpio, let me thank you for joining us today. And of course, before we finally conclude this, any take-home message for your viewers?
Well, this is just a personal message, okay? Life is a matter of choice, okay? We all have a choice, live to be happy. But if that makes you happy, good. But if you choose to be healthy, I would think that a healthy lifestyle will not really guarantee longevity or a quantity, no? Like it cannot assure you of living 100 or 90. But one thing is for sure, if you choose to be healthy, live a healthy life, choose to eat healthy, then you are assured to have a good quality of life. Meaning your life or your existence on earth will be good. Now you don't experience stress, you don't experience bloating, you don't experience overweight side effects and sequelae. Okay, so if ever, I said a while ago, life is a matter of choice, I feel that I would encourage you to choose healthy living.
Sana marami kayong natutunan tungkol sa exercise at gut health. Thank you very much again, Dr. Benedict Carpio.
Thank you too for inviting me here. It's an honor to be invited here.
Thank you, Dr. Carpio. phrase gut feeling, may pinanggagalingan itong phrase na to. It has to do with the connection between the brain and the gut.
That's right. So let's have a chat with our next expert on board, the beautiful Dr. Cherie De Ocampo.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi,
Derek.
Cherie.
Hello,
Thanks for
Cherie.
joining
Nice to be with you.
us.
And of course, thank you to PSG.
Dr. De Ocampo, Cherie, thank you for being with us today. Let's explore the very interesting concept of brain-gut interaction.
So, when you hear brain-gut interaction, it sounds complicated, no? Pero just like any organ in our body, our gut or our GI tract is innervated, no? They have nerves that send signal to the brain. No? And these signals are usually triggered by stimuli. No? Kung whatever man ang content ng intestines natin, they send signals to the brain. Triggers then a reaction to for our body kung it will manifest as pain or comfort. No? So when there's problem with the transmission of the signals to the brain, doon nagkakaproblema, no? Sometimes the patients complain of symptoms of abdominal pain or bloating, yun. Yeah.
Well, Cherie, let me ask you this. Kasi this is a very common question na na-encounter ko, no? I always hear the word functional GI disorders. Sometimes medyo confusing sa akin eh. Please tell us more about it.
Okay. Before, when you say functional GI disorders, it is a diagnosis of exclusion. No?
Okay.
Ibig sabihin, ginawa mo na lahat, walang makitang diferensya, then you end up with labeling the patient as having functional disorder.
Yeah.
But lately, a group of experts have tried to group certain symptoms kasi most of these patients do not complain of just one symptom.
Right.
Minsan iba-iba sila na minsan nasa sikmura, minsan buong tiyan, and they appear in one patient. So hindi mo mabigyan sila ng isang diagnosis lang. So for these patients who complain of a lot of symptoms, this group of experts tried to make a criteria na once all these symptoms are present in one patient for a certain duration of time, then you label them with this functional disorder.
Partner, let me ask our guest here.
Yeah.
Kasi di ba, we talk about functional GI disorders, so nasabi nyo kanina, medyo walang ibang sakit. What are the symptoms na dapat akong mag-alala?
Okay. Sa gastroenterologist, we have this what we call alarm symptoms. No? Na kapag ito yung nakita mo sa mga pasyente, kahit na anong edad niyan, you have to do something. No? Hindi ka pwedeng reseta lang ng gamot. You have to do tests to make sure that there's really nothing serious. It will be an assurance for both the patient and the doctor. Okay? So, this alarm symptoms would include the age, GI bleeding, no, whether susuka ng dugo, dudumi ng dugo, o kaya anemic or anemia na makikita mo sa routine blood test, anemia, edi yung mga yon or weight loss, no? Then yung mga ganong alarm symptoms is a red flag to the doctor na you have to convince your patient that you need to undergo tests to make sure that you're not missing anything.
Right.
Well, partner, dyan. Matagal pa tayo dyan.
Sana.
Matagal pa tayo.
Sana maniwala ang ating audience. So, Dr. Cherie, kasi this is very interesting. I think not everyone in our audience understands na merong connection talaga ang ating central nervous system at saka ang ating enteric nervous system. Paano nila maiintindihan itong konsepto na to patungkol sa kanilang nararamdaman?
Like I said, no, kung ano man yung nararamdaman natin sa tiyan natin, nagsisend yun ng signal sa utak natin. No? So, there are certain stimuli na pwedeng magsabi sa utak mo na ito yung dapat gagawin.
Okay.
No? Like for example, sa defecation, di ba? Most of the patients, lagi natin sinasabi na when you feel the urge na madudumi ka, do not postpone.
Right.
Kasi nare-reset yung brain mo na, with this kind of distance. Siyempre, ang nagbibigay sa atin ng urge to defecate is yung distension ng puwet natin, no?
Okay.
So, pag at this certain volume of distension sa puwet natin, isesend mo sa utak na, masiset yun sa utak na, sa ganitong kadaming volume, kailangan pumunta na sa toilet si Jet.
Okay. Yeah.
Pag yun, pinospone mo, because halimbawa, it's not a convenient place to
go.
do your
Move.
thing, or wala makitang CR,
Yeah.
o kaya marami kang ginagawa, then it resets the mind
Okay.
na, ay, hindi na pala ganitong volume. No? So, it would take another, let's say, it would take a larger volume
Yes.
for you to give that urge again to defecate. So, parang nare-reset yung threshold ng utak mo.
Right. So, Sherry, dito pumapasok yung mga tinatawag natin mga behavioral therapies, correct?
Yes.
So, this is important. I think I would just like to repeat this to our audience, no, na kailangan kapag meron tayong urge to go, dapat wag nating i-ignore kasi nga nare-reset yung brain natin, mag-iisip siya, hindi pa to, when actually it is already ready to go.
Yes.
Sherry, on another note, kabaliktaran naman, pag meron tayong mga stress, if we're very anxious, nervous, like, everyone now is very anxious and nervous because of the COVID-19. So, may effect din yun sa ating GI tract, right?
Oo.
Yeah.
Doon yung nalilabel natin ang mga hypersensitive naman na tao,
Yes.
di ba?
Mhm.
Na, let's say sa reflux, no? We all know naman na everybody, we have a certain limit as to a normal acid reflux.
Okay.
Ngayon, sometimes may mga pasyente na pag sinukat mo yung amount of acid in their esophagus na nagre-reflux, ma-identify mo na normal yung levels na yun.
Okay.
Sasabihin mo sa pasyente na, normal lang, Derek, yung acid mo. So, hindi ka malilabel na abnormal reflux. No? So, yung mga nararamdaman mo na symptoms ng reflux, okay lang yan. No?
Okay.
Pwede mong, it can be transient, by itself, without medications, it will go. Pero sa mga pasyente na hypersensitive, na
Okay.
even with normal levels of acid reflux,
May
parang
mararamdaman na sila.
nag-overreact sila na
Okay.
sobrang grabe na ng symptoms ko,
Yes,
ganyan.
oo.
So, yung mga ganon, yung tinatawag nating visceral hypersensitivity, na yung lining ng esophagus mo, even with normal amounts of acid,
Ramdam
is-
na ramdam niya na.
Oo.
So, ito yung mga tao na, yun na nga, no, highly stressed, masyadong ninenervyos,
Correct.
maligalig, no, masyadong natatakot, ninenervyos, no. So, talaga, I think importante talaga na we have to also learn how to relax, like what we've discussed
Correct.
earlier, no?
Yes.
Meron akong gustong liwanagin kay Sherry, partner.
Yeah.
Well, I just want you to confirm yung pagkakaintindi ko, my understanding of what you were saying a while ago. You mentioned na may relationship pala ang stress sa symptoms, sa tiyan. Una. Pangalawa, am I correct to assume na yung sinabi mo, kahit may stress, basta may alarm symptom, dapat i-check? Tama po ba yun,
Correct.
doktora?
Yung sa second question mo muna.
Okay.
No? Between stress and alarm symptoms, syempre, you give more weight to the alarm symptoms.
Yeah.
No?
Okay.
Kasi bago mo sabihin sa pasyente na, stress-related lang yan. Pero in the presence of alarm symptoms, you have to make sure that there's really nothing to be alarmed of. No?
Investigate dapat.
Syempre sa mga gantong stress na patient, importante sa kanila yung assurance na wala akong cancer, hindi ito magiging cancer. Importante sa kanila yun. So, in the presence of alarm symptoms, you have to work them up and assure them na wala yan.
talaga.
Oo.
Okay.
Kumbaga, hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin na stress-related lang yan. Kasi syempre, mahirap gamutin yun eh. No? It's always there.
Yes.
So, pumapasok doon yung sinabi kanina, yung about yoga, meditation.
Okay.
Kasi,
Keep
own
you
effort
relaxed
mo
para
yun to
ma-relax
relax
tayo.
yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think,
Okay.
Derek, no, thank you for pointing that out. Kasi I think ngayon, ang dami kasing mga pasyente out there who are just saying na stress lang to, stress lang kasi ako. I think we should not also ignore kung meron tayong nararamdaman, we should see our gastroenterologist, make sure na wala talaga yung mga sinasabi kanina ni doktora na mga stress symptoms, no? Yung mga anemia, dugo sa dumi, pagsusuka ng dugo, pamamayat ng walang dahilan. So I think it's important na wag din naman nating lahat i-blame sa stress lang. Kailangan makapagpa-check sila.
So, partner, agree ka ba
Yeah.
sa akin? Everything is clearer now pagdating sa functional GI
Absolutely.
disorder.
I think it's very
Yeah.
important that people understand that talagang may connection ang ating central nervous system at ang enteric nervous
At
system
buti na
natin.
lang, pinagbigyan tayo.
We
ni
have
Dr.
our
Sherry
expert
Ocampo.
here, Dr. Sherry
Yes.
Ocampo. She's the head of the Motility Center in St.
Oo.
Luke's Medical Center.
It's truly an honor.
Yeah, and
for her.
she's the former head of the Council on Functional GI Disorder ng PSG as well.
Talaga.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you, Sherry.
Congratulations.
Thank you also for the
Sherry.
opportunity.
So, before we formally conclude this, any parting words to our viewers?
Yes. Para po sa mga manonood sa atin ngayon, I think ang pinaka-importante is you should know when to go to your doctor, no? If you feel something na matagal na, balik-balik, habang tumatagal, nag-iiba yung pattern ng mga sintomas ninyo, then it's about time to see your doctor so that the doctor can help you para sabihin sa'yo na okay lang yan, babalik talaga yan, at pag bumalik, ganito lang gagawin. Kumbaga, the assurance na kahit bumalik-balik yung mga nararamdaman mo, alam mo na hindi yun magiging serious later on. So, even if you spend so much with follow-ups, tests,
Yes.
at the end of the road, kahit na magbalik-balik pa yan throughout your life, you will be assured na nothing is really seriously wrong with you.
Thank you very much
That's
again,
great.
Dr. Sherry
That's so great,
Ocampo.
Dr. Sherry Ocampo.
So, partner,
Yes.
kulang talaga oras.
Kulang ang
Pwede
oras.
lang.
Laging kulang ang oras
Tuloy-tuloy
natin.
tayo.
Yes.
Kaya lang, sana agree ka sa akin, itong maiden episode ng Tummy Talks, tingin mo, successful to.
I think so. And I think we will be invited back, partner.
Gusto ko nga kunin lahat ng episodes
Kunin na
nila
kaya natin lahat.
Pwede.
Kausapin na natin
Pwede.
si Keiko.
Ready ka na ba?
Ready.
Ready na kami.
So,
Anyway.
thank you again, Dr. Shirley Ocampo, for enlightening us with such interesting information on the brain-gut connection. Partner, thank you. Thank you so
also.
much.
Thank you again, Dr. Sherry. But before you leave, please stay for a while. This is a very interesting topic and we have a lot of questions from our viewers.
Back here on set is our panelist, our nutritionist, Dr. Gail Toralba, joining us here. And of course, via Zoom, Dr. Benedict Carpio.
Well, partner,
Yeah.
I have here with me a lot of questions from our viewers. And we would like to know what our panel has to say.
So I think the first question is for Dr. Toralba. Gail, anyone from the panel, of course, can share their thoughts. Kanina kasi nabanggit yung probiotics. So ang question dito is, what is the difference again between prebiotics and probiotics? Do you need both? Do you just need one?
Yes, okay. So, again, when we say probiotics, these are live organisms. No? So, compared to our prebiotics, which serve as the food for the good bacteria to feed on. So, yes, we need both.
Okay.
So, if we can get them from natural food, then well, then good. So, when we say live organisms, we may get them from the fermented food. So, we have different fermented food, so we can get the probiotics from there. And then yung prebiotics, ito yung mga fiber-rich food, which includes our whole grains and other fruits and vegetables.
Can you give us an example of fermented food, Dr.
Mhm.
Para maintindihan ng audience
Okay,
natin?
so when we say fermented food, we have our kimchi, we have
Ah.
our sauerkraut,
Kimchi.
yes,
Ah,
and we
okay.
have our pickled vegetables.
Oh, okay.
And then recently may mga sikat na kombucha. So I
Ah.
haven't tried that, but Yun yung parang drink, that fermented drink that
Okay.
na iniinom.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yogurt.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
yogurt.
yogurt.
Of course.
The yogurt ice cream.
Yeah. At saka yung mga samgyupsal, mag-unlimited kimchi na lang, unlimited kimchi.
Oo, tama yun. Masarap yun, partner.
Yeah, so para pala talaga siyang partner talaga.
Oo,
Para tayo.
parang Batman and Robin.
Correct.
Dynamic duo. Yun pala yung probiotics at prebiotics. No? So, ang probiotics are good bacteria and prebiotics are a type of fiber. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Served
Ito yung
as
pagkain
food.
ng probiotics. No?
Bacteria.
Okay. Ang next question naman natin ay, bakit pag-stress ang isang tao? Tingin ko kay Dr. Shirito, no? Naapektuhan ang tiyan o digestive system.
Syempre, pag stress ka, naiiba yung reaction mo dun sa stressor. No? So, kaya kung ano man yung, let's say kung hyperactivity yung stressor mo, parang ang nangyayari din sa gut movement mo, nagiging hyper din, no? Kung mabagal naman or down or depressed naman yung mood mo, ganun din yung reaction ng tiyan mo. Kasi nga, may signals na nasasend, no?
So-
Vice versa, whether from gut to the brain or brain to the gut. No?
So, nakikiramay, doktora.
Oo,
Parang ganyan ba yung
oo,
ibig nyo sabihin?
oo. Kaya sometimes yun nga, kung stress talaga yung identified trigger, then hindi dapat gamutin yung tiyan.
Oo.
No?
Ah.
Dapat ang gamutin mo yung stress.
That's a very good point.
Kasi kung wala yung stress, edi kalmado din yung tiyan mo. So, I think that's the connection.
Madaling sabihin yung partner.
Yes.
Ang ano
gamutin
talaga-
ng stress.
Yeah. Ang ano talaga, when we say stress, no, there are lots of stress, no? There's mental
Yes,
stress,
of
yun yan,
course.
magbo-board exam
Physical
ka,
stress.
physical stress kung ikaw ay nabugbog,
Oo.
nagkasakit, na
May
operahan,
sakit,
na ospital, na
Oo.
intubate, mga
Mhm.
ganon. Tapos meron din of course emotional stress,
Stress.
mga solman.
Oo.
Anyway, meron tayo kasing tinasabing term na gut wrenching, no? Yung nasa-sense natin if something is bad, going bad, or something is wrong, no? So, next question is,
Partner, before you continue, sa akin, sa babae, ang tawag dyan, intuition.
intuition. no?
Oo.
That's correct, no, partner? Kasi it's like a combination of all of these signals na nasa-sense.
Sense.
Kaya may sinasabi sa tayong listen to your gut, no?
Yeah.
Di ba? Anyway, let's go to exercise, no? Maybe any of you girls can answer, or maybe Dr. Carpio as well, but is it bad to exercise right after eating? Dapat ba may konti tayong palugit, spacing, bago tayo mag-exercise ulit?
Kasi Gail muna ang sumagot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
So, of course, when you eat,
Yeah.
you have to give time for the process of digestion. So, kailangan talaga merong rest period before you
Yeah.
exercise. No? Unless you're going to take a drink, or
Okay.
you're going to consume a carbohydrate-rich drink before your actual exercise. So, these are for yung mga nag-gym.
Okay.
So, yun. So,
Oh,
but
marathon.
yes. Pero other than that, if you want to exercise right after eating, baka hindi siya advisable.
Ilang minutes o ilang oras before you exercise? Mayroon ba tayong...
I'm not sure about that. Maybe we should ask our fitness expert po.
Okay. Okay, maybe Dr. Carpio will
Dr.
be able
Carpio
to help
will-
us with this. But before we end this, yung question ni Dr. Jet, no? Kasi marami akong naririnig, pagkakain, mag-exercise, baka daw mag-appendicitis. May katotohanan
Totoo ba
ba yun?
yan?
Dr. Sherry?
Siguro kung alam natin kung ano yung cause ng appendicitis, we know na hindi totoo yun.
Oo,
Yes.
hindi siya totoo.
Kaya siguro ang notion na lang is kapag bago kang kain and you do something physical or exercise, then pwede makabigay sa'yo ng discomfort sa tiyan.
Right.
Not necessarily appendicitis.
Appendicitis. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it boils down to yung sinasabi ni Doktora that you allow proper digestion first before you do your
Okay.
exercises,
Okay.
or
Also-
after mo mag-exercise, wag naman agad-agad.
Yes.
Ah.
If I may add also, siyempre, bago kang kain, aside from nutrient handling ng GI tract natin, of course, you also have to allow kung ano man in-intake mo na makababa, di ba? The
That's right.
transit for it to travel, go down to your
Intestines.
intestines. Kasi, syempre, pag bago kang kain and you do exercises, then baka ma-alter yung galaw ng movement ng food in your GI tract.
Yeah.
Partner, may gusto rin yata sabihin si Dr. Carpio regarding our question.
I think it's very common, especially for people who are gym rats or who go to the gym. No? I go to the gym regularly and I see people right after the eating, they exercise, so they can't wait. No? Probably they are short of time or they're so excited to do the workout. Okay, so the answer is if you eat a heavy meal immediately before a workout, it can cause or it may cause GI discomfort like bloating and cramping and sometimes vomiting. And it will not result in optimal performance due to competing demands between your muscles and your digestive systems. No? They're trying to compete, no? And your blood will be confused. No? Who to serve first? Will it be your digestion or your exercise muscles? Okay, so there's quite a confusion. Well, I think you have to give your body a proper time to digest before exercising. If you eat a heavy meal, like for example, a lot of proteins and fats, I think you need, it's not I think, but it's recommended that you need at least 2 to 3 hours for digestion. So you shouldn't work out 2 to 3 hours after eating a heavy meal. Well, if you eat less and probably you ate mostly carbohydrates or carbs, then I think it suggests or it's enough that you can work out within less than 2 hours after eating. Well, a large meal, especially if it contains a lot of fats, as I said a while ago, and proteins, can delay your digestions. No? They're not easy to digest, which in turn should delay your exercise time. So I would recommend that you have to wait at least 2 to 3 hours before you commence or start your exercise, no? Especially when it's moderate to heavy exercise.
Okay, it's really a pity, partner. We still have a lot of questions. Maybe partly because of our very good guests for today's
yes,
Tummy
we're
Talks.
very lucky.
We're really very lucky, and of course, once again, our heartfelt appreciation for joining us today. Dr. Gail Torralba,
Thank you so much.
Dr. Carpio, Benedict Carpio, and of course, Dr. Cherie De Ocampo.
That was really a good discussion, no, Derek?
A very
no?
productive one.
Yeah.
And very fruitful.
Ang galing talaga
actually.
nila Dr. Torralba, Dr. Carpio, at saka ni Dr. De
Cherie.
Ocampo, ni Cherie. Yeah.
Sana may imbitahan natin sila ulit.
Sana. So I hope that, PSG can give us again the opportunity to do this. So, but anyway.
But wait, PSG, remember us?
PSG, thank you very much. So, about 70% of our body's immune system dwells in our digestive tract. This means that it is very important to take care of our gut because this has a significant impact on our overall health and well-being.
Well, for GI health and wellness, eat the right food to get proper nutrition. Exercise more and have regular physical activity. That is very important. And if you're experiencing any symptoms of functional GI disorders or issues associated with the brain-gut connection, don't hesitate. Please consult a gastroenterologist or your doctor so that this can be properly addressed.
Finally, get enough sleep and learn to manage your stress. Ang lahat ng ito ay para sa malusog na tiyan, masiglang katawan.
See you again tomorrow for another episode of Tummy Talks. Tomorrow, we will be featuring colon cancer. Tamang-tama. Ang buwan ng Marso ay Colon Cancer Awareness Month. This should be a very informative episode. So please join us tomorrow and don't miss this very important topic.
So again, thank you for joining us on Tummy
Tummy Talks.
Talks. Bye!
Bye, everyone.